favorite features found in a car is the car seat friendly tilt. It allows you to access the third row while you have a car seat installed in the seat. So let me show you 4 different scenarios where this feature might come in. Okay, first up is with an infant seat, but just the base. So before you put baby in, get those kids in the third row. I have my base installed with the lower anchors, tilts. It works with a rear facing seat installed with latch. And a pro tip is just to move that seat up and set it on a memory setting. So that way you just hit a button.
Kelly Stumpy grew up in the auto dealership business and soon noticed a need for car reviews and car buying tips that are geared toward women and families. She now has more than 500,000 people who follow her on social media. She's known as the Car Mom.
Good morning, Kelly. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Well, you know what? Let's ask you some things that people always probably ask you. Talk about maybe should you go into the dealership? Should you buy something online? I mean, that seems to be a little bit of a trend now. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I think it's very important for families to still go to the dealership, try out their car seats, try out loading and unloading their family. So I think a lot of the research can be done online, but just like you wouldn't buy a house online, I still think you need to go to the dealership and try it out. I mean, it's a big purchase that you're going to have for a long time. So we don't want to have any buyer's remorse.
It's interesting to say you need to pick the right salesperson. And I didn't know you could pick your salesperson. They're on you like a hawk when you walk in the door. And you say, if you get a salesperson at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, that is not a good salesperson, which I find interesting. So how do we go about doing this?
So there's this great platform called DealerRater, and it allows you to read reviews about the individual salespeople. Like, we all read reviews about the dealership, but go that extra step and select your salesperson. The best salespeople are not available Saturday at 3 p.m. because they have appointments lined up. So if you just show up to the dealership on a busy Saturday, you are going to be left with who's ever available. And my pro tip is that's not the salesperson you want to work with. So select your salesperson ahead of time.
All right, we're going to go through some of the posts you've made on social media about tips. Like, what about seat back storage?
Oh, so I prefer to not do any sort of like aftermarket seat back storage. I saw a lot of these things on Amazon that you can get. I would just use the leather back pocket that's there. I think that's such a good place to store your kids' clothing, as you can see that I'm doing right here. I keep a change of clothes for both of my kids in the seat back pockets. But the pro tip is to set a calendar reminder to remind yourself to change those out per season or per size.
And how about buying an SUV in general?
Yeah, I mean, I think SUVs there's so many on the market. So you're going to want to make sure that you really talk about what size you want to do, whether that be a 3-row, a 2-row, a full size, a mid size, and just kind of really decide what your family needs now, but also what your family is going to need over the next few years. Because, you know, just what works now when you have one kid, if you're planning on growing your family, by the time year 6 comes around, you could have more kids, different car seat needs, different family needs. So you want to forecast your family's growth on purchasing a vehicle.
What are we looking at in this video, though, where you say these tips about buying an SUV?
So you can't just go off seatbelt. So this is a Kia Telluride, and their middle seat in the third row is 7 inches, and the average car seat is 12, and the average, person is definitely more than 7 seats. So you can't just take seatbelts or what the manufacturer says. You can see, I found an American Girl doll is the only thing that fits in the middle seat of a third row Kia Telluride.
Yeah. What you say that you like leasing for families, but is leasing financially the best way to go right now? I would think it would be very expensive to lease.
Leases are very expensive. So no, they're not quite the deal that they have been in the past. However, it's still probably the most affordable way to buy a new vehicle every 3 years. So if you're the kind of person who likes new technology, or maybe your family's, going to continue to grow, or maybe you might want to do electric in 3 years, but aren't ready to do it right now. Leasing is more expensive than than some vehicles, but you never have to worry about being upside down. You never have to worry about a car depreciating too quickly. So if you want to buy a new car every 3 years, leasing still isn't the worst idea. And some families want to do that.
You also say that don't be afraid to buy a used car with over 100,000 miles.
Yeah. 100,000 miles is not that many miles anymore. These vehicles are designed to make it to 200,000 miles. I mean, if you look at an owner's manual, it has recommended service for 200,000 miles. The manufacturer would put it in there if it didn't think it could make it. Average car on the road has over 150,000 miles. And, people think that's too many miles. And I tell families, take a step back. How many miles are you going to drive a year? How long are you going to keep the car? Because if you buy a car with 100,000 miles and you want to keep it for 5 years and you only put 10,000 miles on a car, you're talking about 150,000 miles by the time you trade the vehicle back in. And that car then would still have a lot of life left in it. So don't be scared of high mileage.
Yeah.
All right. And is there a particular day of the week or month of the year or week of the month that is the best to get the best deal?
Yeah, you feel like you hear different things from
Yeah.
people on that.
So yeah, I mean, I've seen crazy things happen at the end of the month. I've seen crazy things happen around holidays. The important thing to know though is if you wait till the end of the month, or if you wait till a Saturday, or if you wait till 4th of July weekend, you're going to have longer wait times. So you might get a better deal, but what you're 100% going to have is waiting hours for the finance office, having smaller inventory, less attention. So I wouldn't wait. I'd buy a car when it works good for you. And I also value my time like my money. And I want to make sure I'm making a good decision. So I think whenever you're ready and you're in a good headspace, that's the best time to go buy a car.
But they're not like trying to get rid of cars at the end of the month. So like the last week of the month, that's not a better time to get a deal?
Sometimes, but not
Sometimes.
always. I think that's a little bit of a misconception. I mean,
Okay.
dealers want to sell cars at all days of the month.
All right.
Gotcha. Well,
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.
Guys.
For more, you can check out thecarmomofficial.com, and there's her social media.